Hi guys, I'm finished my hiking. Today I do 13 miles. I feel great because it's get some more than 4 hours and feel really perfect. Because when we walking, your heart, my heart, get rest. That's what I know. Today when I'm hiking more than 4 hours, some story pumping up in my brain. I'm did hiking in Scotland more than 10 hours. We do, but we carry the kettlebells with us, and it's 5 hours one way and 5 hours back. It was really difficult, but we made it. Other hiking we do in Kyrgyzstan, and that's interesting story, funny story. We got around 15 people, normal people, like skinny, not athletes, not really prepared for this kind of workout. And we got a football player, one. He looks really huge, really strong. And this hiking was for 12 hours. And after a couple hours, he's failed. He refused to keep going because everybody understand, right? I don't want to play with him football for sure. He is really look huge, but not able to walk more than 2 hours. That's the strange, really, how it's working. And my opinion, endurance, it's much better for normal people, for normal life, and for your health. It's much better. We're not talking about ultra marathon or like people do 100 miles, 160 miles. No, we talk about like 5, 6 hours, maybe 10 hours. It's demonstration. You prepare for normal life. And my questions you have to ask yourself, especially, I'm not talking about younger people, them different goal. I'm talking about over 30, over 40 years old people. What's your goal? Be prepared for normal life or impress somebody with 1 reps. You have to make a right decision. What's more safe for you? I like share with you a few points about endurance, strength endurance, or just strength. Today it's 13 miles, right? It's a half marathon. It's really not easy if somebody, I'm talking about right now, get attention for normal people, not champion or professional athletes. We don't care now. I'm talk more about normal people who like hiking for a lot of hours, right? And it's not easy. From my experience, I'm thinking why I like it, endurance more than absolute strength, do 1 rep max. Because in a normal life, I feel my ability to walk more or do some job for many hours, it's endurance involved. What does it mean, endurance? Endurance when you're able to handle some job for a lot of hours and next day, tomorrow, do this again. Strength, it's really complicated. Sometimes people thinking why you need the strength. It's actually questions why you need to be strong, why you need a 300 pounds bench press or 500 pounds squats. It's really complicated questions, right? How you can use this power, this strength in a normal life. You can see I got a lot of videos with kettlebells when I do for strength, like heavy kettlebells for 11 reps, for example. I do 159 pounds, 11 reps, right? And 132 pounds, 60 reps, but it's get longer time, but it's still endurance. I'm still working for reps. I'm not never trying any, like, it was never my goal try to do something 1 rep max. And I understand it's easy conception to 1 rep max. It's same as like arm wrestling. People try to do 1 reps and it's easy concepts. Endurance, it's more difficult concepts, but endurance, I believe it's more safe to do it, because what we do in our normal life, it's steps. We do hundreds, thousands steps every day. If you're going some work, 8 hours, 10 hours, you need a lot of reps, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of reps. That's my questions, why you need to do strength training. I understand professional athletes, if you do some sport, you have to do 1 rep max. If you do powerlifting, right, you do bench press, squats, and deadlift. But how this skill can help you in a normal life, that's why I'm talking about strength endurance for normal people. Strength endurance, what does it mean? Why kettlebells it's so good? Because you do some weights for a lot of reps. It's not you do like a strength, you do 1 rep max. You get some whatever, 20 pounds and do 1,000 reps. Or you can do 35 pounds or 70 pounds and do some 911 reps, how I did like 911 reps for it's close to 2 hours. This is really strength endurance, and it's you can transfer to this ability to normal life. I like hiking, I like lift kettlebells, but I like running too. But now a little bit I'm heavy for running. That's why I cancel running and I do hiking, just to walk. And how I regulate this walking, I can go faster and I can slow down and protect my knees. And also I do kettlebells, light kettlebells for a lot of reps. I'm play strong style game, and it's I'm not exciting. I'm over 50 years old right now. I'm not exciting go heavy kettlebells, but really I'm always stopping myself because my background it's really professional kettlebell lifter, and right now I'm still feeling like, oh, someday I'm gonna prepare myself for heavy kettlebells, but same time I'm always tell the people you have to growing up to lift the heavy kettlebells, because it's a lot of motivation, a lot of skills to achieve this goal. For example, person who did 50 reps, it's one person. When you do 100 reps, you can be completely different person, because double your number make you different person. After when you do 100, you stronger, you more motivated, and you probably different person. Lift the light kettlebells, it's a decision too. It's not easy, because our humans, it's always ambition hurt ours. And we have to really be careful to make a decision when you want to lift heavy kettlebells. You have to ask yourself why you want to do this. You want to be champion, you want to be take care of your body, take care of your health, or what's your goal? Because if your goal go in some competition and broke some world records and you get paid a lot of money for that, yes, you can do it. But if it's you amateur, you don't want to injure yourself, you want to be make it longer in this world, make sure your joints working and you not get injury, yes, you have to stop yourself. Because like arm wrestling, it's a good example. When I've been arm wrestling too, training before, like amateurs. And I remember for arm wrestling, a lot of people not really warming up, because it's easy decision. You just stay on the table, ready, go. And you broke your arm, break your tendons and something like that. But when we do a lot of reps, we more safe. That's why kettlebells, it's more safe when you do a lot of reps, you get less injury. That's why I'm always recommend strong style lifting game to people thinking light kettlebells, it's not a big deal. Yes, it's a big deal. When I'm lift 911 reps, when I did 2006 reps, when I did 850 reps with kettlebells, people always say try to get some pen and lift your, or just your arm lift some couple thousand reps. It's really good workout. That's why we don't have any light kettlebells or heavy kettlebells. We have wrong pace or wrong exercise, right? If you get really heavy kettlebells, you have to slow down and working 5-6 reps per minute, how I did with 60 kilograms, right? 132 pounds. But if you work with 18 pounds, for example, or 10 pounds kettlebells, somebody said people with a lot of ambition can say, oh, what is that? What's the big deal? 10 pounds. But try to do 1,000 reps, and you're gonna be more humble after that. It's not easy. That's why I say we don't have any light or heavy kettlebells. We have wrong number or wrong pace. Even light kettlebells, if you get whatever 18 pounds kettlebells and try to do 30 reps per minute, it's gonna be really heavy. After a couple of minutes, you're gonna complete your set. That's the point. You have to growing up to lift heavy kettlebells, and you have to growing up lift light kettlebells, because easy parts, it's not easy this way or other way. It's not other way it's easy or heavier. You have to be smart this way with heavy kettlebells, and you have to be smart with this kettlebell, because you have to stop yourself. Heavy kettlebells, injury gonna stop you, or light kettlebells, really no reason to stop. You have to just, ambition can stop you, right? You don't like light kettlebells. But light kettlebells, it's more endurance, it's what we do in a normal life. Think about this. We do hundreds of thousands reps every day. How I'm using my endurance in a normal life? I'm moving sometimes, right, from the old place to new place, and I have to carry on my stuff, put in a truck from the apartment to the truck. And it's really like me and my wife, only 2 people, and we not hire any employee or moving people. And do you know how many kettlebells I got, right? I got around 100 kettlebells. It's around 6,000 pounds. And I moving out and moving into my new place one day. It's the same day. I'm take all my stuff. I'm not talking about furniture, it's just the kettlebells, 6,000 pounds, right? I take by myself, put in a truck, load it in a truck, and when I get the new place, I got unloaded from the truck. That's how my endurance helped me in a normal life. Okay, questions right now. What's better, strength endurance or absolute strength? What's people like it, 1 rep max or 100 reps? Which kettlebells does? I'm recommend ask your girlfriend or your wife what she like better, 1 rep max or she like 20 reps per minute, 100 reps for 5 minutes at least.